Check out this unique punk rocker duo who completely one-shots Greninja from the 7-star Tera Raid event in less than 5 minutes consistently. Let's take a look at the build. Welcome back everyone, it's Abdallah here with even more Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet tips and tricks tutorial videos. Today's video is about a very awesome build for Toxtricity. I've got the regular form and I've got the low-key form that I'm going to give you, and it's going to be a fun doubleheader. You can use both of these together in a raid, or you can use them separately, one as offensive and one as support. So either way, they're going to be great. So thanks so much for enjoying this. Now, if you guys didn't already take a look, we've got builds for Slowbro that work 100% of the time. We've got Toxicroak builds that also work as well, and I showed you guys how to get a shiny Greninja. So go take a look at those videos, and while you're at it, make sure you guys are all subscribed. We got a very awesome 950,000 subscriber giveaway available for you right over here, so click the link in the description below. Let's start this all-in-one tutorial by giving you guys a little bit of context as to what these two Pokemon are all about. As you can see over here, this is the Toxtricity. Now, the interesting thing about this Pokemon is that he's got two different forms. Whenever Toxel evolves, and depending on what nature he is, he's going to either turn into the regular form here, or he's going to turn into the low-key form right over this way. Now, they're identical in stats, but the difference is their movesets. And if they're both on the battlefield, they will absolutely complement each other. Given the fact that we have the abilities right over in the lower corner here, the regular one can use the ability called Plus, which, if you have another Pokemon with Plus or Minus, it's going to give this Pokemon a 50% special attack boost. Yeah, that's like giving it a free choice specs. That's amazing. And then, yeah, you can see right over here that we're going to be using the low-key form with the ability Minus. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to build every single one of these, and you guys have a sneak peek of how exactly their movesets are going to look like. And we're going to go catch some new ones and build them together. Now, this one's going to be great simply because I want you guys to pick and choose whatever one you want. If you choose to bring the offensive one, that is something that can work in raids with some other people and with a lot of support. He has a hard time soloing, so don't worry too much about that. Anyway, we see a low-key form right over here. We're in the town of Alfornada. If you guys remember where the Psychic Gym is, you'll be able to come over this way and do exactly that. So here we go. We're going to quick ball this guy. Just like that. Easy peasy. Done. So, there you have it. We've got the low-key form. Now, the low-key form is going to be used for support. Can you use it for offense? Yeah, you can. But for this build, we're not going to. All right. So, we got the low-key form. Done. I'm going to head on over a little bit deeper into the cave and hopefully find the other version, which is going to be the... Yeah, here he is. Ooh, wow, perfect. Yeah, he kind of looked at me a little bit here. I want to make sure that since he's at a higher level, we just attack him from behind. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now that we've attacked him from behind, we'll be able to get a little bit better of a capture rate. Come on over this way with a quick ball. And we have both the Pokemon that we need for this. So I am absolutely ready for it. Cool. Okay, so there we have it. There we have it. So now that we've caught both of the Pokemon that we need, we're going to go take a look at their abilities here. Now, their abilities Plus and Minus are going to be what we are looking for. So even if they have, like, this one has Punk Rock, and they both have Punk Rock over here. So it doesn't matter about that. All we have to do now is go over to our bag and use an ability capsule. Let's take a look at that right over here. An ability capsule, we're going to use that. If you don't have any ability capsule, it's okay. You don't have to worry about that. You can just go and capture a different one of these Toxtricities, and you'll be able to find one with the ability Plus or Minus. That's going to be our first thing, is changing that up. Okay, so now if you guys have already paid attention to EV training in the game, you are already here. You already know exactly how to EV train your Pokemon. But of course, right here, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be EV training it right in front of you guys, just to give you guys a little bit of a refresher. Again, if you guys don't know much about EV training, take a look in the top corner right over that way, and you'll be able to see it. So this is going to be pretty costly because I'm going to build two of them right now. You can pick and choose whichever one you want to build, doesn't matter. Or if you're rich, build them both. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to go buying. So they're both going to be EV trained in HP, so that means I'm going to need 50 of these, right? Easy peasy, because that's two of them. We need 25 for each. Done. Great, great. One of them, we're going to go, the attacking one is going to be based off of special attack stat, meaning I'm going to need 25 of these for the yellow one, let's just say. So I already have 381. I don't need to buy these right now. The other one is going to be specially defensive, meaning we are going to need 25 of these. Dun, 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 dun. I already have 32 in my pocket right now, so I'm honestly really, really good on that one. So anyway, let's go do that right now, and we're gonna get them EV trained and ready to go. So let's take a look. We're going to go over here to our bag. We're going to take a look at our other item slot. We're going to grab our HP up. We have 50 of them, 25 per, right? Here we go. Boom. 25 in. Easy peasy. 25 right over here. We're going to give it to our yellow one. Easy. Done. Okay, so now remember, the low-key form, which is the purple and blue-looking one, is going to need the special defense. So we're going to use this right over here for him. I'm going to use 25. Dun, 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 dun. Easy peasy. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to go special attack for the yellow one right over here. So we're going to do 25 of these. This is for special attack. We're going to pop that over here. Easy does it. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. So now these guys are, for the most part, EV trained all the way over there. Now, there are about 10 more effort values that you can kind of squeeze into there. So if you have some extra feathers, you can honestly give them, 2 of the health feathers to min-max them if you really, really want to. This is not necessary by any means, but I know that people in the comments are going to talk about it because, yeah, it's the actually mentality. So what we're going to do exactly is that. So we're going to give them all of their feathers that they need in order to bust out what they were trying to do originally. So we're kind of pretty much like topping them off. You're the kind of person that, like, if you're at the gas pump and you finish, pumping your gas, you have either people that'll just like pull out the nozzle and then plug it away, or you got some other people that'll be like, all right, give me the extra stuff. And that's exactly what we're doing here. So anyway, what I want to do is we're just going to give them both 4 extra of these defensive feathers just to make sure that we have 1 more point of defense on each of these Pokemon in case we want to eat a Night Slash. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so here we go. Looking good, looking good. So that is exactly what we want to do for EV training those Pokemon. Again, honestly, the 25 and 25 is more than enough. You can even go 26 and 26. I don't like having this conversation many times, so you can tell. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to have to pick up some mints to change natures. The yellow punk rocker is going to need the modest mint over here. And then the other punk rocker is going to need the calm mint over here. So I have both of those. Grab one of each, and I'll show you guys where exactly we're going to use them. So taking a look right over this way, we're going to go over to our bag, changing up our natures. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go, moving on down. This is the all-in-one guide, man. You guys asked for it. Here we go. Calm Nature is going to be going to the blue low-key form just to boost his special defensive stat. Got it? Good. We're going to go over to Modest Nature right over here. Or Modest Mint, and we're going to give that to our yellow punk rocker. Okay, perfect. Done. That's Natures. We're all set with that. Okay, now let's take a look at Hyper Training. Hyper Training is going to be a way of min-maxing their stats and ensuring that they're the strongest they can possibly be, simply by using bottle caps over here. I'm excited for it. I'll show you guys this. Instead of going into battle goods, you want to go over to general goods this way. Bottle cap. We're going to need maybe about 10 of them. Yeah, 10 could be fine. Honestly, head on over by 10 if you have the money for it. And of course, if you don't have the money for it, definitely take a look at my tutorial video that showcases exactly how to make max money in the game, and money's not going to be an issue for you for the rest of your entire tenure of playing through this. Anyway, so buying 10 of them, you're all set. I already have 81, so I don't need that. So now that we've done that, we're going to head on over to Montenevera. Montenevera is home of Hyper Training, and we can max out those stats accordingly. So fly right over this way, and we're going to find the guy with the Abomasnow right on the side. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Hyper Training and what that all means, and IVs and 31, and all that stuff, then you guys can take a look. Top corner shows you the Hyper Training guide. You're golden. Honestly, you're the best. All right, so here we go. Jumping on in. We got this. Head on over to this guy right behind the Pokemon Center right over here. I've got a boatload of XL candies. We're all set, so make sure that you guys use XL candies if you have them. You can get a lot of them from raids. You can get a lot of them from just picking them up off the ground. Or if you guys don't really know much about... if you guys don't know much about leveling up your Pokemon, then you guys can take a look at my guide on that. So anyway... Alright, so here we go. We did all that. As you guys can see, with the low-key form, I gave it the move Magnetic Flux, and that's going to be part of the entire set here, which is going to be so fun. Alright, anyway, Shift Gear is going to be one of these that we will actually learn right over this way. So we're going to get rid of Toxic, we don't need that, but we do need Shift Gear. And if you didn't get it right off the bat, no worries. Anyway, level your Pokemon up to level 100. I think that goes without saying, right? Anyway. Okay, so back to Hyper Training. Easy peasy, let's do this. We're going to come over here, we're going to select this Toxtricity. We're going to use Bottle Caps, and then we're going to choose all the stats, minus Attack. Honestly, since this one's not going to be attacking, you can go cheap on it. You can go cheap on it and literally just spend 3 Bottle Caps. But, I mean, we got the money for it, so let's just do everything. It doesn't even matter. We might repurpose this guy in the future, so who cares? What's a bottle cap? 20,000 bucks? Dude, that's a drop in the bucket. We're going to continue hyper training. We're going to build his twin brother right over here, the attacker. So the attacker is definitely going to need bottle caps as well, especially because it's going to be using the special attack stat. If you want to go cheap, you don't necessarily have to use attack because he's not using that stat at all. But, of course, we've got money for it, so we're just going to do the entire thing. So, anyway, either or. Attack stat is not necessary. Okay, so there we have it. Now this Pokemon is 100% ready to go, minus his item. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to head on over to Koskarafa. Koskarafa right over here is where we're going to get leftovers, and that's going to be another 20,000 for you. So Koskarafa, one of my favorite town tunes, and it's got a really good shop with a bunch of awesome items in it. So let's go get leftovers. Leftovers is the item of choice because I like the passive healing, especially with these Tera Raids. And you never know what's going to happen. So anyway, we got this right over this way. Let's do some work. So coming on over, here we go. We're going to go battle items. Easy peasy. Dun, 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 dun. Leftovers is right over here for 20,000. I'll show that right on top. We're going to buy 2 of those. Easy. For 40,000. Okay, and just like that, our Pokemon are just about ready to go. Head on over this way. I'm going to go to give an item to hold. We're going to go over to other items, which is right here. I'm going to go over to leftovers, and then we're going to be set. We have to go find some moves, right? Let's go take a look at the move sets. We're going to go give to Pokemon. Great. I'm going to now do the exact same thing. Go to Toxtricity. We can actually give an item. Same concept. Scrolling all the way down. And give this leftovers as well. Boom. Love this. Dude, this build is going to be so good. You guys are going to be blown away at this thing. Anyway, these 2 guys are pretty much ready to go. Let's take a look. So we're going to head on over to the Pokemon Center and take a look at some of the TMs from the TM machine. But the very first one right over this way is going to be our main attacker. Okay? So we're going to call him Yellow from now on. He's great. Okay, so the only thing that we need to do is change up his moveset. And luckily for us, a lot of his moves are rememberable. We don't have to work so hard on getting TMs for him. Anyway, first things first is using Acid Spray right over here. If you're at level 100, obviously this will be a choice for you. So that's going to be our first move here. Acid Spray. Done. We already taught him Shift Gear, so we're going to do the exact same thing with another move, remember? Which is going to be none other than Tearful... Tearful Look. There we are. So Tearful Look, and I'll show you guys exactly what that does. We'll explain it a little bit later on. Okay, Tearful Look. Okay, so now for the last move, we are going to use the move Stored Power. And I'll show you guys this really quick. So I'm going to go over to I want TMs made. Done and done. Let's take a look over here to Psychic. Okay, Psychic is right here. We're going to go over to Stored Power. Now, you can get some Gothita Eyelashes, Ralt's Dust in order to make one of these, and then do it. Easy peasy. If you guys are looking for where to find one in the overworld, you can take a look at the map on screen right now, and you'll be able to find it right over here. It's a little bit north of the Asado Desert. Okay, so that's really great. Now that we have Stored Power on him, we are going to essentially need one last thing. And that is going to be the expensive thing about this, and that is going to be changing out his Terra typing. So I'll show you guys that really quick. So because what we want to do is we want to boost him up with all the different boosts, such as defense, special defense, speed, attack, all of that stuff. And once we do so, we're going to be ending up using stored power and just unleashing it all. So head on over to the restaurant in Medali right over this way, and then head on over to the line cook. The line cook will give you an option of using some of your psychic Tera shards. So if you take a look at your bag, go to other items, go to the very bottom here. You guys can see exactly how many psychic Tera shards you have. Now, I don't have 50 of them because I use them on the actual build of this Pokemon. So you're going to need a lot of them. 50 specifically. So head on over. Once you do have 50 of the Psychic Tera Shards, you can find them in the crater, or if you battle a lot of Psychic Tera Raid dens, you'll be set. So anyway, talk to this, and then you can change the Pokemon's type into whatever Tera type you want. And then you're golden. Okay, so since we're in the restaurant over here, that means that this Pokemon is completely built and ready to go. Now let's take a look at our other Pokemon. Now luckily for us, we don't need any TMs for this guy. He's honestly ready to go. His kit is right out the bag. So the very first thing you want to do is give him the move Nuzzle. Nuzzle is actually very, very helpful now that I think about it, because you can go Nuzzle first turn and paralyze Greninja, and you can potentially save some moves that way. So he's going to be a very good support Pokemon. The next thing that we want to use is going to be Tearful Look. It's going to be at the very bottom over here. Tearful Look, what it does is it lowers the your opponent's attack and special attack by 1 stage. And Greninja's a mixed attacker, so this is going to be a perfect way of debuffing him. Alright, our next move over here is going to be none other than Magnetic Flux. We already have that on our Pokemon over here, so I'm going to change that up a little bit here. And Magnetic Flux is whoever is on the ground on your team over here gets a boost of a special defense and defense +1, but only if you have the plus or the minus ability. It's pretty interesting. So anyway, we're going to also change up the move right over here. The last one is going to be, let me change that out. We're going to go Remember Moves. We're going to go Helping Hand. That may be something that I need a TM for. Yeah, I need a TM for it. So let's go. We're going to go to the Pokemon Center and learn Helping Hand. Yeah, right here. Done. Helping Hand. Eevee Fur. Oh, dude, I'll just do it right now, honestly. It takes 400 League Points, and I have so much Eevee Fur. Dude, I'm into it. So anyway, I'm going to teach Helping Hand to our low-key support, and it's going to be our last move over here. So done. Nuzzle, Tearful Look, and then Helping Hand. So that being said, let's go find a Greninja raid. Those of you guys that don't know how to find your Greninja raid, you have to be in the post game, and you have to have received a call from Jacques saying that 6 and 7 star raids are out there. So anyway, press the L button to connect onto the internet, and once you do so, you'll then be able to find a Greninja raid with the poison floating somewhere around here. I'll do a quick scan. There goes one right there. Perfect. So that's so easy. We're going to fly over to this spot, and then we're going to make our way over to the Greninja raid, and I get to show you exactly how this works. We're golden. You got 2 builds over here. Use the support one or use the offensive one, whatever you want, and I'll show you guys exactly what this looks like. Alright, let's show you how this duo build works. Now, if you didn't already share this video with one of your best friends that plays Pokemon, you need to do so, because this is going to be a way that you guys are going to light up Greninja in a super, super awesome, unique way. But anyway, keeping in mind, I'm going to be referencing them as blue and yellow. Blue is going to be the defensive one that we built in the video, and yellow is going to be offensive. Now, yellow is going to really focus on getting 3 acid sprays up. Now, keep in mind that Greninja does use Double Team right off the bat, so you may miss 1 or 2 of them, but your goal is to get the 3 of them in no matter what, so keep on trying to get that. You'll see right over here that we are doing pretty good luck with it. We won't necessarily miss any of them. But if you take a look at blue over here, the low-key form of Toxtricity, he is using the move Tearful Look. And what that does is that debuffs Greninja's attack stat and his special attack stat. And since Greninja is a mixed attacker, that's going to give both of you, and pretty much everyone on the field, a little bit more longevity. So even if you decided to build the defensive one, you can bring it into raids online, and you can absolutely help out. So he is totally worth building, even if you're not intending on grabbing 2 Nintendo Switches or using a friend. You'll see over here that we're going to be taking not too much damage from the Hydro Pump, so keep that in mind. We're going to continue our journey to try to get 3 Acid Spray up. And once we do so, on the 3rd turn, approximately, Greninja will wipe all of our positive stats. It's a great opportunity for you to heal up if you need to with a heal cheer, but ultimately defensive Toxtricity is going to be using the move Magnetic Flux right now, which boosts your defense and special defense by 1 stage, which is so great. So we're going to be gaining even more of those stat changes. And meanwhile, you can see over here that Yellow is using the move Shift Gear, and that boosts your speed by 2 points, and then it boosts your attack by 1 point. So it gives you a +3. So we need to do Shift Gear 3 times with Yellow, while our defensive blue Toxtricity is using the Magnetic Flux as many times as possible. Now remember earlier we spoke about having Helping Hand on the entire build. After we're done using the Shift Gear 3 times, that's when we want to wait for our defensive player to give us that standing ovation. So here's the 3rd Shift Gear. And of course, you got to be paying attention to this. We squeezed in 1 more Magnetic Flux, which gave us an additional +2 on our stats. So stored power is going to be doing an amazing amount of damage. Anyway, the offensive cheers aren't necessary right over here, but they can help out. You can see that I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, wow, 15. I've got +15 on stat boost right now. And now I'm doing a Helping Hand, which is going to boost my attack even further. And since I already did Acid Spray 3 times, I can Terrastalize at this. So it's going to be amazing. Here we go. Sit back, relax, and watch the power of a 1-hit KO on Greninja outside of the Acid Sprays. This is a beautiful work of art. Make it happen, Captain. This is going to be so fun. Grab a buddy and do this right now. Well, there you have it, everyone. The 2 builds for Toxtricity. And normally I don't really do some duo build videos simply because it takes too much. It's not necessarily solo and you can't do it on your own. But if you do have 2 Nintendo Switches or a buddy that you want to help out with hosting raids like I do all the time, this one's actually really, really fun. And please, give me an excuse to stop using Slowbro. I'm over it. I want to see these really, really unique builds that work 99% of the time like this one does, barring a rogue crit. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for enjoying the video. Look forward to me doing some raids a little bit later on with these specific Pokemon. It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to help you guys get your Greninja. So be sure to hit that like button if this video helped you out, and of course, hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 1 million, yeah? All right, that's going to be it. I'll see you guys live on YouTube in a little bit for some even more Greninja raids. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.